Put light against light, you have nothing. Put dark against dark, you have nothing. It's the contrast of light and dark that give one another meaning. Bob Ross was a great American painter and television personality whose show The Joy of Painting was a staple for many homes across the country between 1983 and 1994. Bob Ross, the beloved painter who was known for his soothing voice and happy mantras like "happy little trees," influenced a whole generation of artists between the 80s and today. Today I would like to go over the life of Bob Ross with you. First, how Bob Ross grew up in Florida with his family. Next, how as a young man he served in the Air Force and worked his way up to sergeant. And finally, how while stationed in Alaska, he found his passion in painting the scenic views. Bob Ross was born in Daytona Beach, Florida, October 29, 1942. He was raised in Orlando, Florida. Colin McEvoy on biography.com on April 6, 2023 stated that he was born to parents Jack, a carpenter, and Ollie, a waitress. He dropped out of high school in the 9th grade and went to work with his dad in carpentry. He accidentally cut off part of his index finger, though it didn't hinder his painting ability. He always loved and cared for animals. On mentalfloss.com, an article written by Alvin Ward on July 23, 2021, it was stated that Bob Ross was a longtime animal lover, always nursing animals back to health. As a kid, he kept an alligator in the bathtub and attempted to nurse it back to health. Ross said, "I spent a great deal of time in the woods. There weren't any kids around, and I had to learn to play with the creatures that were in the woods." Bob Ross was in the Air Force. Naomi Blumberg from Britannica.com stated that on June 19, 2024, that Ross went into the Air Force at the age of 18. Ross made it all the way to sergeant, but he didn't like having to be mean to people. He swore that when he got out of the military, he was going to be a nicer man. He started to paint while in the Air Force. He would paint the scenic views of Alaska where he was stationed. He would sell tins of them to area tourists and sell them on his lunch break. He became a television personality. After the Air Force, he became a painter on television. Ross started taking lessons from Bill Alexander, whose show, The Magic of Oil Painting, was on PBS. Ross took over the show and called it The Joy of Painting. On outofstress.com, written by Mukesh Mani on July 18, 2020, he quotes Ross as saying, "Look around, look at what we have. Beauty is everywhere. You only have to look to see it." Ross is always talking about beauty being around us, and we don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. He was loved and viewed by millions of viewers every week between 1983 and 1994. In 1987, Bob Ross started selling his own brand of art supplies, paints, canvases, and art sets. His paintings have gone for as much as $9.85 million. Ross was a lover of life, of beauty, animals, and painting. The people around the United States loved him too. He did his show for free and enjoyed the fans' love and fan letters. He passed away from lymphoma July 4th, 1995.